Growing up, when you are used, when you are called Ntwadumela, okay, Ntwadumela, Ntwadumela, Ntwadumela. She always fight. I think the reason why maybe I was called Ntwadumela, and I remember they used to call me Zulu girl. Zulu. My family, my mom's side of the family, they used to call me Zulu girl or Ntwadumela. Zulu, this Zulu girl. So I remember I think there's someone that beaten me when I was a child outside the street, Rena, back then we used to play outside. There was no harm, there was no problems, Unlike now, you can't see a child over 4 years playing outside with other kids. There's so many things. Yes, Rena, we used to play with our friends outside. It was nice. We were protected by everyone. So even they knew who belong into this household. So we know that everybody knew us. There was no problem. So someone beat me. I'm better, man. So I came to my house or to my home, my grandmother's house, and then I reported and crying that, hey, but one man has beaten me. My mom said, hey, if you come here, go and fight for yourself. If you come here and you're reporting that someone is beating you, this person is your age mate, go and fight for yourself, I think that is when I started to fight for myself. That is when I started to defend myself from those people who seems to attack me. So I will defend myself. And at school, where I used to go to school, I used to be friends with the victims of the other bully. The other bully. We had various bullies at school, so I used to have friends of people who are victims from other people's being bullied by other people. So what I will do, I will befriend those people, and I will fight their problems is now my problem. I will fight the bullies, I will say after school is after school. If you touch my friend, you've touched me. You'll never touch my friend as long as I'm there. As long as you'll not harm any of my friends. So I used to be that kind of a person. When I say I was a bully, I used to bully those who are bullying my friends, I used to after school for me was not a problem, was not an issue. I was not afraid of anything. But remember, my mom told me that I must go and fight for myself. So I think the CBT say, the lever of going and attack those who attack me or attack those that I love. I think it came from there. I'm not sure. So I used to have a group of friends at school who will befriend me because of I will fight their battle, I did not do that. I choose my battle wise. I will fight everything. I would just take every battle and make it mine. I will fight with boys, I'll fight with girls, I will fight with big people because of I wanted to protect my friends who are being bullied by other friends. So, okay, let me talk about the teacher bullying me. I remember I was in a school, Utamatlama. My hands are sweating. I've got this thing of my hands are sweating and my feet are sweating. So, at that time, I don't think and I understood this issue properly where I now able to manage it. I think I remember when I was writing down with a pencil on my book, my hands will be dripping water, like they pour a cup of water in my books. My books or my page will be so wet, even where I've written, you can't even see because it is so wet. And I remember a teacher will take this book and then throw it in the rubbish bin and ask, Lindy, what nonsense is this? What is this? Not one teacher, so many teachers has for me, in front of the whole class and other people will be laughing at me. Remember, I'm old. I'm older than these people who are in my class. And then now a teacher is making this kind of feedback, I would say, or remarks about me and my me writing down and my sweat. At that time, I couldn't even explain my issue, my hands sweating, my feet sweating. I couldn't even explain. Oh, I've got this issue, so I will try. I remember when I got to now able to understand that, okay, I must put a tissue on top of my sweaty hands and then start to write. At least I'm able. That was better, and the tissue will end up also being wet because of my hands will be so like drizzling with water. It is so bad. If you have a person, or you know a person or a friend that they've got their hands can be sweaty and feet can be sweaty, ask them how it feels. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And then now the teachers are making like fun of you, and it is a bullying because of back then. Back then, this thing of reporting the bullying to your parents or to your mom, you thought if you tell on a teacher at home, you're gonna make a issue big and you're gonna be beaten because of you were naughty. You'll be beaten because of the teacher was right to shout at you. The teacher was right. At that time, you would be even scared to tell you your family about that, because of you feel like you're gonna get a double beating because of that. Hey, I remember I was beaten ka fan belt. They made us to I don't know. I was a noisemaker. Let me agree on that. I was a noisemaker in class. I was a noisemaker. Believe me, I was a noisemaker. Talking to other kids. I love talking to other kids. So I remember they'll put one person to be a class captain to make sure that she write down people who talks in class. My name was always on the book. My name was, even if I thought I'm quiet, but my name will be the first on the book, and I'll be frustrated with that person. Why did you write my name? That I spoke in class. So I will be frustrated with that person. That's the class captain that will write my name on the book. What I said, up until this teacher, I think this class captain was rotating. This month and other month it was whoever. So that month I remember, this woman, Mrs. Van der Walt, so that, you know what, this person's name is always in the book of people who making noise. Let me rather make a class captain and see what will happen. Listen, they made who? A class captain? Me. A person that must write the names of the people who are making noise. Hey, that woman solved the problem. The teacher solved the problem. That teacher solved the problem. That teacher solved the problem. That was a problem being solved right there. I was excited that I'm a captain. There was no one who made noise. No one made noise on that day. No one made noise. And I can see now that that teacher was just thinking, you know what, this girl is always, her name is on the list. Every day, and she threatened those who are writing a name down. Little, and then maybe she came up with the plan. Let me rather make her class captain and see. Can't she's solving a big problem in class. She's solving a huge problem by making me a class captain. And for me, I felt honored. For me, I felt being recognized for the first time. You know, back then, they'll make people class captain because you are smart, you can speak well, you behave, your uniform is neat, you've got everything is iphelele, my pants and my ball pen iphelele, there's no hole in your uniform, you good, your academic as well. Those people who I know back then, they'll be the prefect, they'll make them class captain, they'll be the one that their favorite children, teachers will love them. Ne? Now I knew, and in that I'm not a favorite of a teacher. Up until Mrs. Van der Walt and Mrs. Smith, standard 4 and standard 5, those teachers, till today, I salute them. They recognized me. They solved a problem that teachers could not able to solve it. I remember my mom used to be a single woman. She used to be working very hard for her children, making sure that she feed her children, making sure that we've got a house, we've got food, we've got, yes. So the thing that at school, when you're a child, sometimes you lose your pencil, you lose your crayons, you lose things. And probably I lost my things early. And now it was a time for us to color. I do not have a crayon. Now I'm asking people, can you please borrow me a red crayon, please? Can you please borrow me a green crayon? It came to a point now everybody refused to borrow me a pen, a crayon, or to borrow me a sharpener to sharpen my things. A girl got angry. A girl got, and the people that I've asked, hey, a girl, I got upset, I got upset that my friend can't even borrow me a crayon or a pencil, yeah. So I got upset and I got, yes, and yeah, that was that. Yeah, and I was mess my uniform. People will laugh at my uniform. Hey, you've got a torn dress, you've got a torn what. But I was not there. So teachers, they do bully children. They do bully children. So I make sure that no child of mine shall be bullied by a teacher, because of I went there, I went through it. I don't want any of my children to go through it. And I don't want my children to be bullied. And I don't want my children to bully other children, because of, it is not good, to become a bully because of their thing. You bully because there is something, that you want to protect. Now I wanted to protect something in my heart that I did not want other people to come into. I wanted to give them this, and deep down there's this child that is crying, that I feel that whoever that comes to the space of attacking or directing whatever to this child in me that I'm protecting, and then I get to, because of, I'm protecting this little girl, that does not have a father, that is fatherless. I don't want people to see that, I remember when other kids will speak about, hey, papa ka ke December, don't bicycle, papa I've passed, my father will buy me full chicken, or they'll slaughter a chicken because I've passed it. People will brag. People will tell you how their father have done this for them, how their father will do this for them because of Bona, they've done well, how their father, hey, at that time you are quiet because you do not have a father, so you don't have anything to talk about, and you're longing to have such discussion yourself, but you don't have it, and then you start to develop some kind of, now, not hatred, but attitude with those who have fathers. And now, if I think about it, I think most of my friends, even the friends Koloksheni, they did not have father with them around. Others, their fathers they had an absent fathers. So I think I was closer to those kind of kids or friends, because of we don't talk about father. We our problems are the same. We talk about different things. You know, those who talk about their father, I mean, I feel like don't bore papa stand this. Papa, so what? I remember there's this woman I clinicing. So I was making man. I was just old. I am my papa go fit papa. Of course, what do you think? I thought I own a papa because I don't have a father. So I own a papa. I thought nobody has papa because I don't have papa. So yeah. So and that I think that is where the wound of fighting for myself, the wound of not attacking but defending myself of because of I do not have a father that will protect me, that will say, let me go and hey, you know. So you have to do it yourself because of hey, and being a firstborn as well. Everything you get is our bonnet. So yeah. Cheers to those who've got fathers. Happy. I'm not angry at you guys. I'm happy. I understand. I was a child then. Now I've got I understand that. And I'm not angry with those who've got their fathers, their loving fathers, and I'm happy for you. Never. My kids have their father, and their father is present into their life, and which is for me, I feel horrible. The space that was missing in my heart, my husband is closing it by being the father to my children, by being present to my children, by fathering my children. For me, that thing is being quenched because of seeing that, what my husband is doing to my children. I get to be fulfilled somewhere. The inner child that longs, that belonging to have a father. I feel at least they able to get what I did not get. My children get the things from their father, the attention from their father, to be embraced, to be there, to hold them, to touch them, to be bought ice cream, that I did not get. So I get to be fulfilled because of seeing my husband doing that to my children. For me, it's a space that, at least. So I'm sorry if this video is offending some of you. I'm very much sorry. I'm not intending to offend anybody, but I was just telling my story. And if my story feel that it's hurting or offending you, I'm deeply sorry. I did not mean to hurt you. I was just explaining the bullying side. Where does it come from? Other children, it differ. Mina, it comes from not having a father that will stand up for me. Yeah. And when you hear the stories like, hey, your father, if your father was alive, happy your father was going to do 1, 2, 3. Was going to do 1, 2, and 3. Happy your father when your father was this kind of a human being. Happy. So hearing those things and you think, you long, my father was here. You could have done 2, 3, 4, and yeah. So, but otherwise, let me tell you, I found out years later that actually I do have a father. I've got my loving father, who's Alpha and Omega, who has created this world. Other kids, if I thought about it when I was a child, when other kids were breaking about, hey, their father bought them bicycles, their father brought them, they've passed, they've da. I could have said, now my father ain't like, you know what, he does not need to slaughter a chicken for me because I've done well. My father owns chickens. My father is Alpha and Omega. My father is the creator of this heaven and earth. My father, that's my father. My father is he has created the heavens and the earth. My father has created your father. My father, he has created your father. So that thing, it soothes, it softened that space, it healed that space, that thing, because of he is your father. He said, I'm gonna be the father to the fatherless. So because of that, gape papa ka o dese lena. My father is so des. My father is so wow. My father is so wow. My father rock. My father is my rock, and my papa ka rock ayong. Papa ka ba rock. He rocks this world. My father. So, yep, that is my journey. That is my story. That is my and mine alone. This story of mine is original. I did not copy and paste it somewhere. This is mine. And let me shout out to the Saint Twins who have interviewed me on their podcast of I've been through the most. Yeah, I've been through the most. When I spoke about my education journey, shout out to them. Those are my friends as well. I love them. I celebrate with them. Every milestone they get. So, my friendship. So, thank you so much. I think I've answered all your questions. I'll come back again with something else. But for now, please make sure that you book your ticket for the 6th of September. We've got a women purpose conference. Yay, guys. Hey. There'll be a lot. You're going to be you'll be empowered by the weight. You'll be empowered by, guys, please come. I don't want to drag this video. It's already long. Thank you. Bye.